Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Sandy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. And can I just say this? What a gorgeous day in Southern Ontario. Like, wow. It was so beautiful. The breeze was beautiful. Everything was beautiful. So, did you get a chance to go outside today? And I hope you are actually. If it snowed where you are, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're getting snow soon enough. It was just beautiful and bizarre and fabulous. All right, I'm just getting my Facebook going. Alrighty. Well, I can see there's people joining, so there we go. Hi, Mercy. Welcome. Can I make my screen bigger? Let's find out. I can. I forgot to turn the sound off. Give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. I just want to make sure. And then I have to wait for I'm hoping you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me, or a like or something so I know you can, or just type, I can hear you. I know there's a delay, so I'm not hearing anything. Okay. I think, nope, I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Weird. Just waiting to find out. Oh, I see Grace and I see Sandy. Oh, you can hear us. Thank you. Hey, Grace. Hi. Sandy, and you're getting warm weather. You're getting our warm weather. Yes, we are. Thank you for sending your weather our way. Sorry for the delay there. I was just like, all of a sudden, it was like, thank you. Hi, Julie. Thank you. And Valerie. Woohoo! All is good. Yay. Guess what we're using today? Now, we've been using the Curvy Christmas, and this time we're using the Quite Curvy. I decided, why don't we do a birthday card? I'm a little Christmased out for the moment. I'll be back in them, no worries. I'll be knee-deep in Christmas cards soon enough. So what I really like about this is, this is a bundle. Not to confuse you with every other bundle out there, but this is the actual bundle. I am missing one of the dies. I have put it somewhere and I don't know where it is. So I imagine it's in with a set that has lots of leaves and things. So, all right, so I know we've used this before, and the little birds. So I just want to point out, so these are dies that are on their own. They will go along with this, for example. Oh, there we go. Well, with any of these, you can just curve the verse to fit, or maybe I'll turn it that way. That's nicer. And same with that and the rest of them, which is nice. And then again, you've got this die for here, this die for here, these three cute little birds, cut out those, this wee tiny little sprig right there, and then you have wonderful sentiments. I love the hello, but again, we're doing a birthday card, so it's fairly involved. So I will, we're gonna go right into it. So there's your bundle. Trying to find, I have an actual little table beside me now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at this. This is the inside of our card, by the way. While we're going to heat emboss, so we're going to do everything right away. This is my usual size, 4 1/4 by 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. And I just want to show you the front. So these are two of the dies. Actually, I'm going to do them this direction. So we're going to pretend this is the piece of paper. So the piece of paper I cut was actually the exact same size as this. Do I have the measurement? I've changed a couple of the measurements. I should maybe, you know what? One moment. Let me double check. I don't like to tell you the wrong thing and then you're like, that didn't work out. Yep, 4 1/8. My bad. 4 1/8 by 5 1/4 for that inside piece. But this was actually the size of this piece of paper. So, and this is Blushing Bride, by the way. Oh, and I see I have to couple more little doodads to poke out. Just use your take your pick tool if you wish to get those out. There we go. Okay, so what I did, I took the exact same size of paper and laid both the dies on and then just let them cut. So we have, this is where our sentiment's going, which is why, well, actually that's not the reason why, but anyway, so that's how that's going to look, but it's going to be different. I'm actually going to heat emboss right onto vellum. So what I want to do is, I'm going to do this a little bit different than usual. So when the stamps are for polymer, so you will want to use your stamping pierce mat. And the reason I say that is it needs a little bit of cushion underneath. There we go. That's going to go about there. I'm showing myself where this is going. So first things first. And normally I wouldn't leave my paper on here, but I need it for a guide. So this is my embossing buddy. And just to get the static off, and we are using Hooray for You. So I pretty well know that, yep, it's going to go right about there. So get our Versamark. Versamark is kind of, mine's dirty. Mine's inky, I should say. So Versamark is the sticky ink. It will stick to the image and then the magic happens. Oh, don't do it upside down. So I know you won't be able to see where this is, and actually I won't be able to see very much either. Just want to let that down for a second. Alrighty, that's the noise we like to hear. Alrighty, and then before I go too far, because if we're gonna heat emboss, we're gonna do it all at once. So this is the inside piece, and same thing. And this one says, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. I like that. I like that. So let's ink this up. There we go. It makes those noises. I went for a nature walk today, by the way. It was gorgeous. I don't know if the pictures turned out because it just wasn't as sunny. It wasn't till late in the afternoon. I know I am rocking that just a tiny bit. And I always tell you don't do that, but I am doing that. All right, so let's put that aside and let's get, so this is to protect. Put your lid back on and the gold embossing powder. So we're using gold. Okay, we have more people here. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Jen. Alrighty. So this little container here, you hardly use any of it and it will last you a long time. So there's that one. And I'm just going to let this fall. This does make a mess, and I don't have a container for this. And since I'm not going out to stores right now, you know, it is what it is. A couple little extra bits. Now that's going to stick down there because I had the paper on top and it didn't get the embossing buddy on it. So any little bits. You could also do this, by the way. Get anything extra off of there. It feels like they're there. You know how you can feel it, but you can't see it? All right, and then always put your lid on in case you know, things get a little crazy. This goes over here. All right, so it's going to get loud for a second or two. Heat tool. And then the magic, which I love. Hey, Kathy. Hi. We're heat embossing at the moment. There we go. I love when it changes to whatever color you're using, and I love the gold. You do have to be careful because it is really hot. You will burn yourself if you're not careful, but you'll be careful. Okay, so with vellum, you always want to make sure this is heated up, and that's why I did the white piece first, the whisper white. You don't want to spend a lot of time on vellum. You just want to get her done. And done. If you're only embossing on onto vellum, then you definitely want to heat it up first. Just let it run for a little while, and the heat gun, and you will be fine. Okay, so I'm just getting the inside, the rest of the card here. There. Okay, so our base is, oh, what color did I use? I used gray granite, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've already scored it at 4 1/4. The embossing, I can feel it like on everything now. That's just the way it is, which is why containers are a really good thing to keep them in. Okay, and that's the bone folder, which I do suggest because it helps to keep things flat. So here we go. This paper, I was looking for something. When I did this, I went, yeah, you know what? It's pretty, but it's not what I want. So I went fishing. This is the Peony Garden DSP Designer Series paper. And this, because it's got the gray granite in it, I thought looked fantastic. So on my original, I actually cut it to this size, the 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. But I found it was too bulky at the edges, so we're trying something different. So these ones I cut at, it's the width of these pieces. So it's, what did I say? 5 3/8 by 4 was the original size. So this one is cut to 5 3/8 by 3 inches. And this is just a little bit bigger. That really doesn't matter. So one thing you're going to want, this I found got a little bit gluey. Okay, so I'm putting down this, I forget the name of it all of a sudden. Oh, good gracious. I can't remember. Okay, any demonstrators? Well, remind me what it's called. I'm looking at it. Something matte. I forget what it's called. Definitely collects things. I forget. I do. I really do. My bad. So this is basically what's going to happen. So I'm going to glue this together just up at the top and bottom just to keep them in place. And I am using Tombow. You know I like my Tombow. You could use other adhesives as well. I don't really want a lot. I just want it to stay put. Just want it to stay. Silicone mat. Thank you, Julie. Normally you wouldn't use this, by the way, because you can see the glue. This is going to be covered up, thus I'm not terribly concerned. At least it should be if I planned this out right. Okay, you still need this to be handy, because I want this to be that size of the inside piece, the 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. It's going to look like that. So it's looking good. It's looking good. So now there's nothing under this part up here, so I'm going to avoid that. I can add glue later, and I'll show you what I did wrong on the first one. Of course I would show you the oopsies, because I think it's important that you see that, things happen and they're not good, and we find ways around it, because that's what we do. I'm wondering if that might need a slight trim. Okay, and the same one, this one is more covered. That doesn't sound right. Okay, I do want to get fairly close in here, so I do want it to stick down. Really don't want it to come up too much, so, but not too much. Okay, a little bit is good. All right, so we're going to lay that down again, about there, and then I can go right there. Now my last one buckled, and I see this one looks like it's going to, and I'm like, no, you don't. You are not buckling. Not this time. At least I'm hoping not this time. Well, let's turn it over and see if we can get that to stop. Sometimes you never know. And I mean, if it does, it still looks nice. Now, don't be concerned that this isn't sticking down. Like I said, there is a way around it. For now, I'm just going to glue this onto the front of the card. So, I almost glued the wrong thing. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, and then I have glued myself again. Oh, not upside down, Always good to look, isn't it? Okay, I'll clearly have to give that a wee trim, but you know what? I've got the glue on. I've already committed, so I am going to lay that down and hope I can give it a trim later. The first one, my measurements were off. This is going to drive me crazy. Okay, it's going to be a little off, but you know what? You get the idea. Totally off. Oh, it's bugging me. It's really bugging me. I don't know if I can peel that up. Nope. Okay. This one's not going to be quite as pretty as the original, apparently, because I got too much space at the top. Somehow, oh, don't do that. Somehow I messed it up. There is, you know what? I just want to tell you, sometimes there's solutions. Oh my goodness, that's crooked. Well, I always say this, and why does it happen on videos? You know, it really is a pretty card, trust me. All right, we're so totally not done, by the way. We will put, why don't we put this in? Stop looking at the front of the card. And I'm just making sure that I cut that one right. Yes. Yes, I did. Here, there we go. And around and around and around. There. I don't like when it gushes out. Now you might be saying, why did you not use silver embossing pattern? Well, that would be because I'm a rebel. And I like this. And I like it this way. All right, let's get our pieces. So, little bag of goodies here. And there's quite a few. I don't need all of them. So, if you remember we call them the poppy dies. They have a real name, and the real name is the Peaceful Moments. What I did, I don't know if you can see the pattern on here. So this is from the same paper as what's behind here. This is the Peony Garden. Again, still bugging me. Irk. Luckily the pictures on my blog are not going to be the pictures of this card. Oh my goodness. I probably will deconstruct the card after the video. Probably. Not 100% sure. I will tell you the way around it though. And I'm not putting a lot of glue on there, that is true. Just a little bit. If you have the fine tip glue pen or glue, you can go around a little closer, but they're pretty thin there. So this is the gray granite with the Peony Garden behind. I tried it with Blushing Bride. I tried it with different colors and it just wasn't cutting it. Just wasn't working. So I'll tell you how I'm going to deconstruct this. What I'm going to do is cut this off, and then I can cut and make that straight. That's probably the most crooked I've ever done on a card. I'm slightly embarrassed, by the way. Anyway, so that's the poppy, and it seems fitting. I know it's not the poppy color for Remembrance Day, but so be it. So this is our brushed metallic cardstock. I just wanted to put, oh, don't you move, a little center in there. Needs to dry. And then I have a bunch of things. So I just brought a bunch of these. These are the punch outs from the Forever Gold laser cut paper. Wasn't sure which I was going to use. It's not the same as the first card that I've made, the sample, because I've used so much of it. So that's that. And then I have this cut, and this was, which one's this? Oh, the Forever Flourishing dies. So this is what I'm going to do. Arg. I could put a strip of DSP at the top, Sandy. You're right. I could fix that. I really could. I might. I probably will. So what I did there is this is like way too big for the card. So I just snipped that right off. And this is going to go about here. I don't want it to go down too far. And then it's just a matter of which, I think I'm going to save that piece. I have this. You know how I love building up the leafy part. So that, I think I'm going to go with that. And sadly, I have no more paper downstairs because I do my work, all my cutting upstairs, unless I'm doing something massive, and then I do it downstairs. All right, so that I think I'm gonna go a little bit less, about there. And can I use that same glue dot? Let's find out. I don't want it to be the same length, that's the thing. Something has to be a little bit longer, so I think I will use another glue dot to make that stay put. If I can fix this, by the way, I will post a picture and say, look, I fixed it. All right, so that's for that side. And then that leaves me this side. I still have pieces from this, so I should be able to, I have a habit of doing this, like just taking out the parts that I want. And I'm gonna go on that side with this. So I think we'll go up for this. And I think these look nice and delicate. It's too long at the end though, so I will cut that. Oh, I could put another layer. Oh, excellent. I'm reading your suggestions. This is awesome. Layer another curvy die cut on top. Oh, you're so smart, Jen. See, demonstrators, we help each other. We help each other. You feel, yeah, I'm hoping you're feeling sorry for me. Actually, I'm just kidding. For making a mess. What a mess. I'm just kidding. I don't need your pity. I'm kidding again. Such a jokester. I can't help it once I get going. Okay, so we're gonna go there. And then we're not done either. There's still more. I know, what? There's more? Why, yes, there is. Oh, almost put that on the wrong side. So we're gonna go about here. I keep holding this towards myself. It's like, you don't need to see this. Nothing to see here, folks. Okay, and then I don't want it to cover up the words, but let's say you did tack that down and it was like that. You can maneuver these. It's a glue dot, so you can move them from side to side, and that's really cool about them. All right, so let's get that put on. And to think I used to really dislike heat embossing, like how crazy is that? Like really, it's so easy, and it just, this is a pretty simple card, messed up as it is. It's a pretty simple card when you think of it. So like I said, we're not done. Oh, I forgot a piece. I knew that would happen. What did I say? Don't forget this. I forgot it. Let's see if we can squish that under. I think we can. So this is from it's a 2-pack. So it's the, what's it called? Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack. And you know, I've used this so many times, you know I love this. So we're gonna try something, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, so be it. I don't know why I forget this. I don't when I'm, if I had put this on like before I put this on, I would have squished it like this on and had a glue dot underneath. So now we're gonna squish it and put a glue dot on top. Alrighty, get under there. Oh, you know what I might need? Oh, get down. Is this. Push it under. Just push it, push it, push it, push it. It will work, I promise you. Get in there, we go. Now, I have this little piece that's like, I'm not going with you guys right here, so yeah. We trim, and that's gone. So that's getting closer, but we're not done yet. I just think that looks pretty like that. All right, we still need to use our gold glimmer enamel dots. All right, so let me, sorry about that. That was just my embossing buddy hitting the floor. All right, so now we're gonna use these. So for this is the end with the putty of the Take Your Pick tool. So let's go for it. Come on. I don't usually use the putty end, so I'm giving this a try. There we go. I almost always use the pointy, scary end. And we're using different sizes today. We're not being afraid of the big sizes. Oh no, I give up. I'm going to use the other end. There. Unless you want me to take all day making this card. I don't think you do. There it is. Alrighty. Okay, right there. So that's 3. We do 3 and 3. And grab one of those. And we'll go here. Let's go for another larger size again. Like if they were all tiny, I would be absolutely ecstatic, but they're not. So you use them up. Use your supplies. Maybe right in here. Nope, that looks, nope, I don't like that. Nope, I think it is going to go in there. Let's go there and see what it looks like. There. Okay, now before you stare too long at this one, here's the original. Here's the original. So this is what I mean, like it buckled a little bit. And what I did after the fact, because you see how here it's a little bit thick, is I lifted it up, held it, got a glue dot, put the glue dot in and pressed it down. So there are ways. Slightly different pieces here. This is also the same thing. This is from the Forever Gold laser cut, and then just different leaves also from the Forever Gold laser cut. And there you go. And I did emboss this one too. Surprise. Oh, got some stuff in there for wrapping. So that's my card. It still needs, I'm still perfecting. I will, just as you said, put another piece right on top of there. And I will photograph that, but not tonight because you can't take good photographs at night. No, not that one, this one. Now, Julie says, keeping it real. Oh, Jen, you know me. I mean, I just make fun of myself. If I make a mistake, it happens. Alrighty, so if you're free this Friday, by the way, in the events section of my Lolly and Sand Facebook page is an event that's free. It's this Friday, and it is going to be fun. It's my very first stamp craft and chit chat. You make whatever you want to make. If you're like, I just want to sit and talk, that's perfectly fine. You do need to hit going. Otherwise, if you're interested, I don't know that you're really going, so I'm not necessarily going to send you the link. The link, it will be on Zoom. I do not record my Zoom meetings at all. And if you want to crochet, if you want to knit, if you have artwork, needlepoint, whatever you work on, I would love to see you there. So we're going to have fun. And I'm hoping that we make this an every Friday thing. It's my plan, and we'll just see how that goes. If we have a great big storm and we need to all shovel, you never know. The other thing is I'm going to put all the important links up in the description. On my blog, you'll see still photos of this card, not the one that I messed up. You'll see that. That'll be later tonight because I actually haven't completely written the blog. I really, last minute girl, decided that I really had to go outside today. Anyway, when you're at my blog, sign up for my class. Sign up for my newsletter. Good gracious, don't get pushy. Sign up for my newsletter. That way you'll know when things are happening. You can check out my classes, by the way. Other than that, there's my card. Let's do the inside again. I love the gold with this. Even though I don't think gray and gold really go together, I love that. Anyway, that's a birthday card, but this could also be, hooray for you. I think that could be an anniversary. That could be a wedding. Change the inside sentiment, of course. And there you go. So I'm going to see you next, well, if I don't see you Friday on Zoom, then I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Alrighty? Bye-bye.